As I speak with you, I have wet eyes.
Because in one life, you cannot experience everything.
Centering the clay. And now when I think about it, I center people.
When Sheila loses, everybody wins. When everybody loses, Sheila wins.
You followed your heart or you followed Osho's guidelines?
She never even listened. While I was speaking, she was sleeping.
Now this is, you cannot stop me.
She did not prove to be a woman. She proved to be a perfect bitch.
I didn't play any games. Karan Johar had asked me, is your love platonic? I said,
And you gave him chocolates.
My whole family was in tears. I have to send my first $50,000. He did not make available himself even to his family.
Osho has suddenly entered a state of silence.
ओशो का कहना, मौन ही मेरा संदेश है.
Will Osho ever break his silence?
Bhagwan was never in complete silence. Then he said he will start speaking again, then people will come more.
On October 30th, 1984, Osho finally ended his period of public silence.
Because I was told by Bhagwan you are not strong enough. I'm not talking strongly. He wants me to be outrageous in my approach with media.
No, I'm not running for cover, mister. I don't run for cover. And person like you make me run for cover? Ah, that's a joke.
He wanted me to be a fireball.
She could repeat like a parrot. And I needed a parrot.
He brought 45 new media person for interview next day.
All dignity that she thinks she has was given by me. She was just a hotel waitress, and I made her almost a queen.
First thing he had told me when he made me his personal secretary, Sheela, I put you in the place of world envy.
She bugged my room. She bugged almost the whole commune. Nobody was left.
That Sheela was appointed for this role because I wanted Sheela.
Reach finishing line with grace.
What did you learn from 3-4 things from his entire life?
I was the one who introduced Rolls-Royce to him, even bought 2 Rolls-Royce in India in 70s. I felt like I was among vultures. Today I'm complaining to you. They forced him out of Bombay. If I want something, then I have to bargain, trade, I have to sell my soul. No, I'm not ready for it. They haven't learned a lesson yet.
Isn't your leader the free sex guru?
Free sex, we don't charge for it if you mean that. If they're not aware of my determination, I think they're stupid, they're unintelligent. I don't run for cover. And person like you make me run for cover? Ah, that's a joke.
You tell your governors, you tell your attorney general, and all your bigoted pigs outside, they touch any of our people, I will have 15 of their heads, and I mean business.
We don't want the orange people in our town.
What can I say? Tough titties.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ma Anand Sheela on the PVT Show, only for you. You will get married.
Sheela Ma, welcome to the PVT Show podcast.
Thank you for your invitation and offering me so much love.
I cannot even begin to tell you that I had fallen in love with you the moment you appeared on the wild, wild country, and it was your frame. And honestly, my expectation was totally different.
If I didn't take measures to protect our community, no one else would do it.
Half of the world saw that your story, what Osho did, just resurfaced on the internet like a wild, wild wildfire. The whole spotlight came on you. And I know you have not seen this documentary, which is so much about you. And I understand why, because yesterday only you told me that it's my life and my experience. I don't need to watch it from someone else's lens.
Exactly.
You come on the screen and everything that my mind created, that documentary created in my head, shattered.
Finally, you come to India after 30 years. Happy homecoming, Sheela.
One of the most talked about person. You know her by the name Ma Anand Sheela.
When I was an empress, the kingdom was rosy.
This is a loving moment.
Absolutely loving moment. Yes. I agree with you. My life's experience with Bhagwan was no different. And that's why I know and I accept your love in my heart.
When I look at your life, the rise of Sheela, the fall of Sheela, and then resurrection of Sheela, and that too for the social impact.
That is a natural way. The river comes from the mountains, goes through all the experiences, and then spreads out to the world. That is natural order. And I'm happy I listened to this natural order. I did not go against the flow of it. I accepted ups and downs with grace, came out of it without blaming anyone, and proved to the world that I can still stand up on my own feet. The feet that I had stood up near Bhagwan.
Yeah.
And it is very romantic.
Yeah.
Some of ups and downs were very romantic. So, ups and downs, if you take it with the right perspective, right dimension, it can become a master of master, and it can bring immense wealth of patience and love.
When we were researching about you, this is the only podcast that I'm doing where there is so much to research. There is so much already everywhere in all forms and means. And when you talk about research, you want to research about people that are not known. You have to find, you have to go within the boundaries which are not sometimes permissible, and you have to deep down and hear everything. Your whole life is in front of people. Through this conversation, I was thinking, what can I do different? What is it that you have never spoken? What is it that is the side of Sheela? Ma, we have some questions that we usually pick up from the internet. The most viral, or everybody is wanting to understand the answer. And since you're with me, I think it's prudent for me to be at least taking these questions for the world.
Absolutely.
You just have to say yes, no, or no need to answer. I will be okay with that. The first one, prior to your 1986 plea, did you ever privately record or journal doubts about the 1984, the so-called bioterror plan?
Ma Anand Sheela. Sheela was the mastermind behind several other campaigns as well. She was part of the group that concocted the bioterror attack, poisoning people with salmonella and Thakkar, a bacterium that causes salmonellosis in people. First, 2 county commissioners who visited the commune were given water laced with salmonella. Both became incredibly ill, and one spent 4 days in the hospital. However, the Rajneeshis were still unable to get the building permits they wanted, so they decided to run a trial poisoning on a larger scale. The Rajneeshis went to 10 restaurants around September and October in 1984, and, when nobody was looking, poured salmonella-tainted liquid on items in the salad bar. Over 750 people were affected, making it the largest bioterrorist attack in US history.
No need.
Did you ever explicitly order the removal or suppression of evidence, the wiretape logs, before it all could be seized?
People started bringing all kinds of news to me, that houses are bugged, that phones are taped, even my room was bugged. I asked Sheela that is my room bugged, and she flatly denied no. Why we should bug your room? And if it is bugged, then we should have a checkup. I said, if it is not you, then who can bug it?
No need.
Did you ever believe Osho secretly opposed or distanced himself from the poisoning plan while publicly supporting it?
In Osho's own words, Sheela and her henchmen turned the commune into a fascist regime. As a result, Sheela did everything in her power to divert attention away from herself and stop any discourse by Osho or his sannyasins that defined her as a criminal. Osho even invited authorities to investigate her based on certain attacks and crimes that took place mostly during 1984. In an effort to wash himself from any wrongdoing, Osho decided to turn on his own followers, pinning all of the blame on Sheela. To honor his loyalists and destroy any remnant of Sheela's influence, Osho and his disciples burned thousands of copies of the book Rajneeshism, insisting that Sheela had published them under his name.
Nonsense.
After release, have you ever used or framed your Swiss care homes as a vehicle for influence beyond caregiving?
Sheela fled to Europe as the allegations spread, while Osho and his sannyasins denounced her as a vehement criminal. She was arrested in West Germany in October of 1985 and extradited to the United States on charges of immigration fraud and attempted murder. She was prosecuted for crimes relating to the poisoning of 2 county officials, the arson and destruction of a Wasco County office, as well as the infamous restaurant bio attack. Sheela's salmonella attack is considered the first confirmed instance of chemical terrorism to take place within the US, and the largest bioterror attack to have occurred on US soil. So you would think her sentence would land her in prison for the rest of the foreseeable future. She was sentenced to 3 20-year terms in federal prison, but this was reduced to a shocking 4.5 years. As a cherry on top, she was released after just 3 years in prison on good behavior. After her incarceration, Sheela fled back to Europe and moved to Switzerland, where it's believed she still lives today. Sheela runs 2 nursing homes for the elderly suffering from diseases such as dementia, which was explored in depth through the documentary.
Sorry, I'm laughing. No need to answer. Nonsense.
Did you ever encourage or ignore sexual misconduct in the Rajneeshpuram community that wasn't publicly exposed?
In the 70s, during some darshan ceremonies, Osho would tell women disciples to undress. Then he would proceed to employ a series of psychological and physical assault. The power dynamic he called for required the disciples to surrender to him completely. That's what it meant to be a sannyasin. An American writer by the name Satya Bharti was assaulted by Osho, and the same pattern of assault was employed. Osho would start by telling them that Westerners have repressed sexual spiritual energy, and he needed to see it flow. He would then touch various chakras and come up with random reasoning as to why he was touching them inappropriately. This didn't stop with touching, and the full accounts are too graphic to state. By 1973, these darshans would end, as wealthy disciples became unsettled when they found out Osho was sleeping or assaulting his women devotees. Diksha, who was once a loyal sannyasin, renounced him and left the commune when she realized the true monster that was Osho.
Never.
Before the 1984 attack, did you foresee it would be labeled the bioterrorism and planned for that possibility because authorities were going against you?
The most well-known and dangerous crime committed was Sheila's magnum opus, a potentially lethal bioterror attack orchestrated by her and members of the Jesus Grove. Sheela decided to unleash the salmonella culture she was molding as a weapon to infect dozens of salad bars across 10 different restaurants in Dalles, Oregon, leaving roughly 750 citizens sickened, rendering voters deathly incapable. Luckily, there were no fatalities. This plan also failed, as the sannyasin candidate was removed from the election ballot following the attack. Local Oregonians were somewhat used to the shady and destructive measures that the Orange Mob were willing to take, immediately suspecting them. But as authorities tried to track down the specific culprits, a secret meeting was called between Sheela and Osho.
You know, I wouldn't even waste your 10 minutes on this.
I like that. Did you ever privately admit regret, even to a close confidant, for the scale of harm that people say you caused?
Not only is Sheela unequivocally guilty on multiple accounts of terrorism and Machiavellian abuse, she also took the blame for Osho's crimes, leaving him free to escape justice. At the end of the day, Sheela was just a convenient scapegoat. According to law enforcement officials Charles Turner and David Frohnmeyer, they collected enough credible information in the form of tape recordings that clearly displayed Osho was guilty of more crimes than the ones he would be prosecuted for. Frohnmeyer went as far as to call both Sheela and Osho genuinely evil, which begs the question, was Osho the true mastermind this entire time? Sadly, we'll never know, considering Frohnmeyer and Turner couldn't collect enough evidence to involve him in any of the criminal activities that took place in Rajneeshpuram, which makes sense considering Osho barely left his chair, refused to speak, and when he did, it was to be in one of his 93 Rolls Royces.
People say what they want to.
Very famous song, Kuch to log kahenge, logon ka kaam hai kehna, Rajesh Khanna. Did you ever try to suppress or block the Netflix Wild Country team from interviewing former sannyasis or victims?
Sheela believed in Osho's prophecy to the point in which requirements were put in place, forcing sannyasins to wear rubber gloves, condoms, and abstain from kissing. Whether she was pretending to play along, or she truly believed in Rajneeshism's new holy text.
Never.
For how long they interviewed you? Netflix?
5 days, morning 9 o'clock till evening 5 o'clock with 2 small breaks.
After the Oregon trial, did you try to influence anybody, authorities, India, abroad to block investigations into finances or operations?
According to author Hugh Urban in From Sex Guru to Guru of the Rich, at the height of the Rajneeshpuram era, Osho had built a corporate machine made up of numerous front companies and subsidiaries with the aid of an advanced legal and commercial infrastructure. The Ranch Church, also known as the Rajneesh International Foundation, the Rajneesh Investment Corporation, which was in charge of managing the RIF, and the Rajneesh Neo-Sannyasin International Commune were the umbrella organization that oversaw all investment activities was Rajneesh Services International Limited, a company incorporated in the UK but based in Zurich. Alongside the citizenry and authorities, there were 2 main activist organizations who tried to fight against the ever-encompassing blob that was the Orange Horde. The Thousand Friends of Oregon, who were basically the arch nemesis of Rajneeshpuram, spending 6 years tying the commune up up in legal disputes while revoking improvements or removing buildings, as well as local residents who established the Citizens for Constitutional Cities in order to monitor the commune and force its demolition. The archived article from 1981 affirms their decision, quote, to contain, control, and remove the threat of invasion by an alien cult. Additionally, definitive measures were passed by the Oregon legislature to restrict Rajneeshpuram.
Do you currently support a real public reconciliation process with the victims of Dallas? Do you?
There were no. What nonsense are they talking about?
There were no deaths.
No death. Nobody ever died anywhere around us.
You followed your heart or you followed Osho's guidelines?
Sheela was fervently obsessed with pleasing Osho and would go to any length to prove that she was worthy to serve him. At the time, she had received coaching from Osho on how to make the most of media attention. And during his period of silence, Osho allegedly said Sheela spoke on his behalf.
You cannot separate. My heart was Bhagwan. You cannot separate it. There is no division. He had my heart.
Of course.
She could repeat like a parrot, and I needed a parrot.
And there was nothing more precious I can offer him.
True. Sheela Ma, I hope that this was the last 5 minutes were only to put rest to so many controversies that go around you.
That's your work, not mine.
And we have put, you have put rest to, from your, we say horse's mouth, you have put rest to so many things.
Right.
This was way back. But then only because the interest of the series that everybody really wants to know, and the world wants to know because you're alive, you're in front of us, you can speak to us.
Right. But I would say one thing, this question should be answered by...
Oops.
No, really, it is applicable to him with immigrants, what he's doing to immigrants and all that.
Yeah.
What he's doing to his opposition. I think my feeling is these people have not understood whole moment. But not my problem.
Not my problem. I want you to first help us understand how was your childhood. I am bringing this question up from the premise that I see a leader in you, hands down.
I had one of the most beautiful childhood. It was filled with certain innocence because I was loved by my parents immensely. I was loved by my brother, sister very much. And I had nothing to worry about. It was just play. People tease me, people kiss me, and just enjoy life with me. Parents were very beautiful, 50 years ahead of their time.
I'm sure. And that too in Baroda.
That in Baroda. And father, mother offered us, all 6 siblings, the same love, same care. And this is the same love and care I offer to my social environment for last 35 years. It is if I did not give this further, it would not be right. Such love, unconditional, without expectations, one just offers.
Beautiful childhood.
Yeah.
A childhood which was zero trauma.
Trauma? I don't know. Even in my youth, I don't know the trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah. No mishaps.
Yes, that's a right word to say. Yeah.
Except one day my foot got caught in a cycle.
Okay. That happens to all of us. And then you were okay after that?
No, they had to put a bandage few days, and then it was okay again.
Yeah.
And you go and play in the dirt of India.
Yes.
We lived on a small farm with our parents.
Oh, wow, lucky.
Yeah, and there it didn't matter.
Correct. Yeah. What were your thoughts when you were growing up with respect to a career?
I had no thoughts. I was also totally bored, and I didn't like going to school. I hated school, one can say.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I hate. I have had outcome of nightmares of sitting in a school.
Really?
Yeah. And when I see today's young children going with a big rucksack, with so full and totally stressed, I said, thank God I didn't have to.
You are not born in this time to go to school.
Right.
They actually carry double of their body weight, you know.
And yet, true learning of life happened between father, mother, and Bhagwan. When I say Bhagwan, I mean Bhagwan Shri Rajneesh Chandra Mohan.
My head is torn. It's falling apart the more I'm trying to understand you. How can somebody have so much of love? I went on with my team to research every corner on the internet to find this person, this human being that is you, losing even one's hot temper on this man who you still call Shri Rajneesh Bhagwan. What is this love?
That is out of this world.
It is.
It is. As I speak with you, I have wet eyes because we begin with romance, talk of romance. And my true romance was Bhagwan, his work, his dream, his Rolls Royces, his jewelry, you name it. It was
his glasses, his watches, his followers.
It was always his. And what a pleasure when I say, Sheela, what did you bring me today? Just this, Sheela. And that was enough.
This is the love which is written for Meera, for Krishna. You know that? I'm not trying to compare.
Well, I want to protect you and advise you, don't say it again. People may attack you.
I am sitting in this conversation to take your energy back in the world. All the good things. All the good things. Something, and that is why reading books, reading memoirs is the most powerful thing anyone can do. Because in one life, you cannot experience everything.
But you can experience a lot more than what we are used to.
Correct.
And I would say to your viewers, do not underestimate your own life situation. There are always opportunity. Just have correct eye to judge it. And move into it, and you will see the third dimension of life.
And what is that?
And that is live life at any cost.
You keep saying you're not spiritual, but whatever you're talking is the essence of spirituality. You understand that, Sheela?
I'm sorry.
People actually who pose themselves to be spiritual gurus, they don't talk this.
Well, I say, I'm sorry for my talking like this.
No, you should
But
continue.
it is coming out of me. I have not prepared. I don't prepare. I sit in front of a podcaster, especially a beautiful one like you, and what comes out of my heart, I say, without fear.
Absolutely. Ma, I have a very, a very simple thing to, not a question to ask, but a reflection on your journey now. Ma, I want to not really ask you a question, but I am just putting a statement in front of you that though you may not like it, because all I see is every second line there is love for Bhagwan coming back. I want you to just postpone him a little bit, and we will stick to your childhood, which is, you said that studies were not your cup of tea, and career you never thought about.
No, I never
So
thought
then
about
what it was?
Sport.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I did some gymnastic. I also did 100 meter, 200 meter running, long jump, and few other things I don't know.
This
the
really
names.
Explains that at your age, at this time, the way you walk.
Age was, I started doing those things when I was 7 years old.
As a kid.
7 years old. And I also played in interstate Kho tournaments.
Oh, wow. Team play.
So sports attracted me, and I did well. Also, if I have to say it myself. But once I left to US.
How did that happen? What's that story?
That's my father's decision, that he wanted us, all 6 of us, one by one, send them to West for education.
Okay.
He was very education minded, and he wanted us to have the top education. But there too, I didn't like the required courses of the university and all that, because my heart was in art. First, I thought I can become architect. Didn't manage it there. It was too boring. The basics to learn.
Yeah. And this is when you went to US.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I went for fine arts.
Okay.
In US. Became a potter, which I liked very much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And pottery is where basic principle of centering the clay.
Yeah.
I learned very good.
Let's talk about it. What was fascinating for you in
centering? centering the clay. And now when I think about it, I center people. If somebody say, and I have a reputation of stabilizing people. People who are suffering with schizophrenia, people who are suffering with depression, borderline, dementia. With living together with them, I center them.
No wonder.
I tell you, that is what was existence present to me to begin new. And I did work diligently, which is also something I have learned from my parents and Bhagwan.
Oh, Bhagwan is not going to come.
Oh, he doesn't come.
I just wanted to see if you can speak without Bhagwan even for 5 minutes. You failed. Newsflash. So this pottery thing happened, fine arts happened, and then obviously Indian parents get married.
No. Then? On the contrary.
Okay.
Our relatives were giving my mother trouble.
Okay.
Now we were 4 sisters and 2 brothers. I was the youngest.
Okay, safe.
So they were making pressure to my mother. Your girls are all grown up. When are you going to find men for them?
Yeah.
My mother said one thing, go talk to the father. It's not my department, go talk to their father.
Yeah.
And father would say, why would I find a husband for them?
Yeah.
Am I going to live with the husband or they have to live with him?
Yeah.
And
which means they should find on their own.
And we had all the freedom.
Wow.
In my book, I write about by my own rules.
Yes.
A little paragraph about my father. When I was leaving for US, my father took me and my other sister night before our flight to advise us how we have to behave, what we have to think of, and how we move forward. And there he said very clearly to both of us that you both are going to be of the age soon. Don't marry the first man you meet. Very clear instructions. And don't ever allow a man to abuse you or be violent with you. You can try out the man and find a compatible person to your nature, your moods, and your person. Now, this advice was given to me at the age of 16.
Exactly. What did you
from
understand
my father?
From it? Yeah.
And 2 of us had a good, nice husbands.
No, we'll stick to father talking to you. So,
okay.
Did you have any questions to him at that time? Or
no, too shy. And father always demanded from us, when he talks, we have to look in his eyes. And this was a bit embarrassing. The clarity that he was giving us opened our eyes. But you could not look at his fierce eyes. Yeah. And he reminds you, look at me, what I am saying. I can still see his eyes.
That's the impact of a parent on a child.
And such good advice.
It's relevant
You
today.
are going to stay with the man you will marry. Then you be aware of these things.
Isn't this a sort of a freedom?
Absolutely. He was a freedom fighter himself.
I read about it.
And he gave us all freedom. He taught us honesty. He taught us loyalty. Which university or school teaches you these things?
These are virtues of life. And did you do exactly the same when you went?
Yeah, it was pretty much. I fell in love with a young man. It was sort of like first sight love affair. And we got married. I write about it also in my first autobiography, Don't Kill Him. He had a Hodgkin's disease at a very young age, and we were living together. And one day, he says, we cannot continue further. We were very honest with one another. And his logic said that he's going to die soon. And it is not good for me to be continuing this relationship. And my logic was, is it better for me to live with somebody happily for a short time or live with somebody miserable for the rest of my life? Of course, I won the argument. Okay, then let's get married. How can we be against marriage?
So then he proposed to you.
Yeah. And we went immediately the same day to the registrar. What legally you have to took a blood test, which America requires, and we got married. And judge would not marry us in the court, civil court, because you have to present yourself at a judge. He said, I will marry you two in my villa.
Okay.
It was amazing. And in this beautiful Glenridge villa, he was living alone. So after marriage, my husband Chinmaya asked him, why did you not marry us in the court? All his children had left him over whatever inheritance crisis or of his family. He was living alone, and he didn't want us two in love in a dry court to marry. It was a very nice situation.
Very caring thought
from
his point of view.
Yeah, he was, I would say over 60, the judge was. So things were moving, and I was always ready to take whatever comes
the next.
my way.
Then your father intervened and he said that you guys go to meet Rajneesh.
I finished my school little early, and my mother's eyes were being operated. So I said, why don't I go and help Ba? First time Ba is getting operation or sick even.
Yeah.
So my brother, who was taking my father's place with her sisters, I called him and I asked him, and Chinmaya would come 1 week after me because his school will finish then. So we said, okay. He said, yeah, that's a good idea, do it. And I came, bought a ticket and flew back from New York home. And I surprised my parents. I didn't tell them.
How
and
sweet.
it was such a wonderful coming together.
I can feel it.
The same day I arrived, my father was traveling to Bombay for some work. So my mother says, you go with him. Normally, my parents always went together. So she could not travel because of the ice and the dirt from the Indian trains. So I said, but I come to take care of you. He says, you don't worry about me, you go with Father and everything. So I went with Bapuji to Bombay. And on the way, I speak about Bhagwan. Now this is, you cannot stop me.
No. How did you know about Bhagwan? Bhagwan is not there in the story.
He is very much in the story. When I was 16-year-old, I had gone with my father to listen to Bhagwan public discourses.
In India?
In India, before I flew away.
Okay.
And now I'm back.
So this would be a few years?
5 years.
5 years and you come back.
Yeah, and I said to my father, remember you took us to listen to it. Can we go see him again?
What was this calling, by the way? Why did you think of him?
I had been thinking all 5 years, every now and then. And my father always sent us books from Bhagwan, booklets of Bhagwan. And they all had photos of him.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful to look at him. Yeah. So and Bhagwan was living on a pedder road.
Yeah.
My cousin sister, where we were going, her villa was opposite Pedder's Bhagwan's woodland.
Oh.
How convenient.
Yeah.
That means Bhagwan is calling me.
Seems to be. If we believe in things getting manifested.
Yeah.
You are actually, if I look at you also, look, I have never met Bhagwan, right?
Right.
So he has been not a guru, but somebody who is, how you have comfort food. Sorry to take this example, but when you're done with everything and you want to have your dal chawal, or I don't know what is your comfort food, right? He's like that. When everything is happening around in the life and you're in the midst of everything, you just say, okay, whatever he's talking, let me just look at him. He's talking, and you're happy with whatever he's talking. And then the talking starts making sense to you somehow. This is my experience with Osho.
Okay.
So, and you just, of course, start loving him because He speaks with his eyes.
He has a beautiful voice.
Of course.
And
Of
his
course.
words are divine.
We'll come to that. We'll come to the love part. So, of course, you had so much of information coming. That's what I wanted to know, that what was that longing? So, you had these things coming and then you reach.
It used to often happen in my studio when I was throwing pots. I wasn't throwing pots like that.
Making and keeping. Yeah. Get it?
Just to clarify. Suddenly, my foot would stop.
Okay.
I would freeze and I would have thoughts of Bhagwan. Unwanted or unthought of it. I mentioned these things to Bhagwan when I finally got acquainted with him. And he said, Sheela, you forget. Forget. Okay, when he says you forget, you forget.
You forget.
It was easy.
So how was the first meeting? So then you pursued your father that we are living here and we are here, let's go.
No. We went the same morning. We arrived 6 o'clock in Bombay. We come to Pedder Road to my cousin. We took shower. And 9:30 we were in Bhagwan's apartment.
And
in
that
the
was
morning,
the first time you met him?
Personally,
yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And the way he opened his arm, calm, I just went, the photo, and put my head into his lap. And my father was beaming, smiling.
What did he tell you at that time? Did he speak with you, anything?
No, nothing. He was just very happy.
Was he a perpetually happy man?
Who?
Bhagwan?
With me always.
We'll decode
Only
this further.
time he was not happy when he had toothache.
Natural. No one is happy. The last thing you want is
But he can be really miserable when he has toothache.
And then when did you, just to fast forward now that Bhagwan has entered and hubby had this, so how did you make the plea to him that, how did you both decide to come to him?
It was, we had nothing to decide. Things happened around it. That it was the natural course.
Leaving US and coming to India?
To him, yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he tested me, I would say today. One day in middle of February, he says, you and Chinmaya go to Himalayan Pelgam and meditate 21 days and come back.
You have nothing to do with meditation is what I understand.
At that time, I didn't even know what meditation is.
So then, what you did?
Bhagwan says, you go.
So you went?
Yeah, and we didn't even practical thought that we need to take some winter clothes with us. We are going to Himalayas. I was so stupidly gaga.
Mesmerized, is it?
No. I was aware of every instruction. But these instructions took the priority. Then the thought process. My mother gave me beating for that.
Of course. Once you came back.
Once I came back.
Yeah, of course. That's what mothers are there for. They understand where you're going wrong. Only if kids can go to mothers before.
And you won't believe the Srinagar, there was heavy snow. Some stranger comes and guides us. We were totally naive.
Yeah.
Stupidly naive in the matters of this kind of travel.
Yeah.
And on the way, the road, and I'm talking about in 72.
Yeah.
73,
There were roads?
73, beginning of 73.
There were proper roads at that time?
No, and you look down and you will have vertigo.
Yeah.
Fast. Then this man took us to his boat. We slept night there. He prepared us a little bit of food. We didn't have much money either. American students don't have money in the pocket. And what we had saved up from working on weekends and free days. And then next morning we took a bus to Pelgam because Bhagwan wanted us to go to Pelgam, visit the tomb of Jesus, and then stay 21 days.
Around it?
No, in Pelgam.
In Pelgam
somewhere.
Yeah.
And he had spoken about how Jesus had come to, after crucifixion, to Kashmir region, and this Red Sea scroll had talked about Jesus and his journey. So in a short form he had. So we were very excited. It was something new. And Chinmaya is dead sick. He's suffering with Hodgkin's.
Yeah.
And we didn't even have enough possibility to buy vegetables or something to eat or so. But this man who found us, and it was the last bus coming from Kashmir. But we were taken care of, one form or another.
How did you manage without money? As you said that there was not much of money, just food.
No, just some food and
you could.
Ticket we already had, travel ticket so something like that. But we were very careful about spending, and there was nothing to spend on.
Yeah.
And this person who found us coming out of a last bus, he gave us the blankets, then prepared us every day the charcoal, fire, this little pot that you wear under your poncho or the shawl.
For cold.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We were taken care of. There's nothing I could complain about. And then we returned back.
So 21 days, how did you meditate? What was the meditation you did?
No, what meditation?
Just going through this. This was meditation. Cleansing.
This was, I think it was a test. How stupid can I be?
But you also had your hubby with you. Both of you.
Yeah, we both kept each other warm.
Yeah.
And we visited the tomb of Jesus, and we returned 21 days. Suddenly the roads open up, and the first bus come, and the man who was helping us, this stranger, he told us about, and he said, you go out because it can again snow like that, and
Opportune time to just exit.
Yeah. And we went. And when Bhagwan sees me, first he said, Sheela, Chinmaya, you are back? Yeah, we almost died, Bhagwan.
Yeah.
But he had given me enough adventures in my life.
I'm sure. As we move on in this story.
Yeah. One day he was having toothache. And one of our small dam had broken. Bhagwan is on this hill and we are all on this side. And you cannot step into this, though it was a small creek having a flood.
Yeah.
You can't cross. Water was too fast.
Yeah.
You have no chance. So I sent a message with telephone, not this fancy smartphone, on Motorola, that we had for our construction communication. He said, then you come on a horse.
Of course, do something, figure it out.
And this is the honor I give to the horse. I went 2.5 hours on an untrained horse.
You did that?
Over the tough terrain of Oregon.
रुकावट के लिए खेद है. अगर आपको हमारा कंटेंट और कॉन्वर्सेशंस अच्छे लग रहे हैं तो प्लीज लाइक, सब्सक्राइब एंड शेयर करिए अपने फैमिली मेंबर्स और फ्रेंड्स के साथ. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग. Sheela, come back to India. Wow. You know, it's so much that it's so difficult to even understand this passion.
I don't understand even today.
Yeah.
Once in a while, my brother, sister tried to joke about it.
Yeah.
And say, how could you be so stupid? How could you be so stupid? My brother won't teach me bridge because he thinks I'm stupid. And behind my back, they all are so proud.
Of course. For a reason now, they say love is blind.
Love is
for
blind.
A reason. And now they also say that everything is fair in love and war. I think that story has to begin now.
Well, I don't go for that statement. Everything is fair in love and game. Because I didn't play any games. Though I was a sportler.
You said it.
Yeah. I didn't play the game. I just followed my heart. And that's no game.
So fast forward, you both shifted to Pune Ashram, you and the hubby, and you started living there.
We first were in Bombay.
In the Bombay 4
Yeah.
years, 71 to 74-ish?
Sort of, end of 73, 74.
You remember, wow.
Yeah. Bhagwan was there and we all lived nearby. For me, it was easy to stay at my cousin's.
Yeah.
So we stayed there for a while. Then he sends me to Kashmir. I come back.
Correct.
Then he said, now you go and spend some time with Baba Puji. So I went, again came back according to his time limit. And then suddenly he said, he put me together, me and Chinmay both together, and 4 other foreigners there was a German woman, there was a French woman, there were 2 Britishers, and we were from America.
Yeah.
And we were to live together for 3 months.
Okay.
In a 1 room.
In Bombay.
In chapati, not chapati.
Chapati, yes.
Chapati.
Yeah. Oh, in 1 room.
All in one. The room was slightly bigger, but each corner we had our beds. And
he did this with everyone, or it was just
we were selected.
You were selected. What do you think what was this?
We didn't even know what we were being selected for.
Yeah,
we
correct.
Didn't have any idea. One morning, I see Bhagwan. Every few days, we were allowed to have a personal contact. And he says, Sheela, Chinmaya, you're going to be taking part in this group. My heart sunk.
New assignment.
We were all young.
Yeah.
And
what was the apprehension? Come on, tell me.
No,
tell me, Sheela.
The cleanliness and all that, my job was to watch for a person who cooks, that
they do it properly.
Does it properly, and this there were, one person was the big therapist, and another was this French girl was thinking she was having spiritual experiences, and she's always screaming. Every day screaming. It was like, you have no peace and quiet. And when we sit down to eat, there were no manners. The other people, they would just pack everything on their plate, not think that there are other
people also. Yeah.
I felt like I was among vultures.
And that's where Indian culture comes in, because we are always taught to serve first, look around. These values are Indian values.
Other, right.
We are always taught this.
Third day, I was already at I went to Bhagwan and said, I can't live like that.
Yeah.
I can't eat like that. It's like vultures. I and Chinmaya would go out and eat in a restaurant. It is psychologically for me not possible, because we were 6 children raised together, and mother makes a chapati.
Yeah.
Half
goes to
one, other half to another, next one half, and comes
That's
down.
the beauty
back.
of Indian families.
Yeah. And this was he had such a laugh.
Yeah.
And then he says, Sheela, don't worry, I will take care. Luckily, 3 months this experiment was over.
3 months you endured.
I was told.
Did it make you better with humans, or what? How did you come out of it?
I came out complaining.
Yeah.
But only to Bhagwan. Today I'm complaining to you, but...
No, you're telling me a story.
Right. So, Bhagwan's this experiment, and after this, he started talking about Commune.
To you?
No, to
everyone.
General public. He's creating a new man and wants to have a commune where new men can be take part in it. And he wanted the world community to be part of this commune, not one set of people or another set of people. He wanted to see the world harmony. And that I understood. I got it. And even today, I live with my community, my people. And in small community of ours, we have 16 nationalities living together.
Today, at Switzerland, you're saying?
In Switzerland.
Would you want to answer my very, very naive question, let me say?
Ask. You could not be naiver than me and go to Belgium.
So, at that point in time, we are talking about the Bombay time, his personal secretary managing his admin work and everything, operations rather, let's say, was Miss Lakshmi.
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah.
And then you entered the commune and he gave you this assignment to live. That's how it all began.
Right.
I am seeing it as he trying to see, as leaders, sometimes we have to see the dedication of the person, how much they are ready to give, how much they are ready to put on the table and stuff.
Yeah, he's testing our...
kind of testing.
Yeah.
Patience, perseverance.
Everything. Common sense, intelligence,
common sense.
whatever you want to call it.
Endurance, he checked when he asked you to go to Himalayas. Yeah.
He knew I was stupid.
So the checks are, I can now see from his lens that, kind of who can be the front runner for him.
He was collecting his people, I would say.
Collecting his people, building his team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
why did he decide to move from Bombay to Pune?
The Woodlands apartment was too small and so many people were coming every day. The neighbors were complaining.
For satsang, you mean? Evening discourses?
Yeah.
Okay.
And daytime also, that too many people coming and hippies are coming. In this time, the normal average people are afraid of hippies and things. So they forced him out of Bombay.
How did people... there was no social media, there was no digital, there was no media.
That was a miracle.
How did people even got to know about him?
When you look at my story, I had just gone to visit him before my departure when Bhagwan was giving a discourse.
Yeah.
That was only contact I had.
Yes.
And somehow that contact bridged the time.
The impact he had on people.
Right.
I get that.
It's a remarkable story. It is one of a kind.
Of course.
And it has given many people, individually and collectively, the ways of life, opportunities.
Yeah.
And some took it, some didn't take it.
So he then decides to, since the commune or the community is becoming big, let's move to Pune.
And he said, future is in small communities.
Something we speak now.
Yeah, small communities.
Niche.
Yeah, and the concept of being there. I am there for you, you are there for me. And on that basis, I have started my community. And we are sustainable. We are functioning.
Yeah.
And we are maintaining stupid bureaucracy of the politicians and laws in the world.
You can't delete them from your life.
Right.
So I'm using that line because that's what you would want to. So that's what even Osho kept saying, that so this conversation is not about him. So, but this is more absolutely to do with you. Now I understand that the love is building, and you say that it was love at first sight, love of all kinds, love of, there are people like Karan Johar asking you if it was platonic. I am not interested in asking that, because love is love.
Right.
And when you say, please.
Karan Johar had asked me, is your love platonic? I said,
and you give him chocolates. Which, that was a very good move. So, somewhere I feel that India still needs to kind of ask little more mature questions. We are far more educated than what we were in the past. And that is what I try to kind of maintain, that there should not be any question which is just for somebody to get views, sensationalism. Here there is somebody, I'm asking you so many questions about how you ended up loving him. Is the only reason is love is love.
Nothing
Emotional,
else.
physical, mental, whatever, love is love. You don't have to mention it in any other way.
Right.
And now I am now with your story that you are narrating to me, trying to understand that love is blind. Love is making you do things that is out of your comfort zone. So all the people who believe and feel that they are in love, if you are questioning your partner or your husband, wives or family, anything which is discomforting you, then you please re-question yourself. Maybe you're not in love.
Right.
Because when you're in love.
The problem is nowadays, the word love has become cheap. Young person comes in his or her puberty.
Yeah.
They have desire for sexuality.
Yeah.
Instead of understanding one's sexuality, they call it love.
Yeah.
So they can, with free conscience, go to bed together. And this dishonesty with self and the other never, ever will give you satisfaction that honesty always has. So people have to find their own sexuality, where it is rooted, where it comes from. And you cannot imitate. They go see pornos or they go see Bollywood, some of the films, and they think they have to start behaving like that. Then they are going to wind up in problems.
That is what is happening, because where do they get information? There is no sex education in India up until now.
Yeah.
Minus the digital world.
Yet, it is one's own responsibility.
You mean instinctively, you know?
Yes. Yes. How do the uneducated people in jungles know?
Yeah. Instinct, human instinct.
Yeah. It's human instinct. And I say you need to look inside yourself. And you will definitely get in touch with your intuition. Intuition is a very big guiding force. And if you follow this intuition with correct motives, you will reach your goal sooner or later, but more sooner.
How does one tap into the frequency of intuition and know?
Intuition is a natural process. When you are unsure of something, that's when you listen to your intuition. When I left Bhagwan, it was my intuition that said, you must go, Sheela. Your work is over here. And there were many odds against going. My whole family was in tears that after so many years, you choose to leave. My brother, who used to call me stupid, won't teach me bridge. But he said, you can't do that. You can't leave Bhagwan. How can you leave him? I said, babe, it's my decision. I'm going. Stop talking me out. Don't do it. And we brothers, sisters were also very clear when we spoke, the way parents spoke to us. Even today, we are very much, we say our mind openly. And so I was a powerful woman. If nothing, the luxury and power should have held me back.
Of course.
They can take it.
You left empty-handed. Sheela Ma, I'm taking you back. I'm taking you back. So I'm fast forwarding on the Pune episode. Just one question in Pune. See, I'm not going on the stories that are already there or any information which is already there. In Pune episode of, I believe, more than 10 years, for over a decade, Pune Ashram was there? Whatever time. It was the longest time for the ashram.
Pune Ashram was 10 years, 74 to 80.
81 you moved to Oregon.
80 actually we flew out, I think, but I'm not sure.
So the longest period. Now in Pune, I have only one question to ask you. There were therapies wrapped around in different ways. But here I want to ask a question from the point of Osho. And that question is, he in several ways has said this clearly, that the therapies were there. Hippies, Firangs, West, foreigners, anyone, whoever. He always welcomed everyone. He never said no to anyone. But he clearly mentioned that Indians, because of their culture, because of their upbringing, because of what is taught to them, they simply know and they can manage, those human beings can manage with meditation. Whereas he had his very strong views of the broken families and everything in the West. So he was very clear that if there are those therapies that involved those things, I know what people will understand what I'm talking about. It was not compulsion for everybody to get into it. Was that right?
This is correct. The different New Age therapies that we brought in Pune.
Which were?
Vijay.
Which were? Therapies were?
These therapies, encounter group, the primal,
Vipassana,
Reiki, end. Rolfing, all these therapies were a sort of binding this traveling group of people. Their minds were going all over the European mind or the Western mind. When they go on vacation, they need also activities.
Correct.
Otherwise,
you can't meditate the whole day.
No. Their vacation will be ruined.
Yeah.
If they are a couple, they will break up and come home.
You mean people were coming to Pune Ashram for vacations and therapies?
Sort of. So it became that way.
Not to seek enlightenment. I have left everything.
That's too. That too.
Okay.
Bhagwan gave discourses in the morning.
Yeah.
So then the part about meditation and enlightenment.
Correct.
After this, Bhagwan gives them therapy groups. So they activities and they are resolved.
Correct.
Through the therapy.
Correct.
So they become calmer. They see another dimension. And that was our sustainability, because they brought money. So Bhagwan did perfect marketing. On top of it, on the other side, Indian came from their feelings to Bhagwan.
Correct.
They were very clear, if they are married, they remain married. Or if they have children, they take care of children. They were not burdened by their children. These are all psychological, mental issues. And they didn't have the money for the therapies. Bhagwan didn't want to create cheaper therapies or expensive therapies that divides.
Yeah.
So it was a sustainability for his project that he had in mind to create.
So what does it mean that for Indians
were fine. They were also not aggressive in their being.
More centered.
They were peaceful.
They were more peaceful, yeah.
Yeah.
But if they have to take any therapy, they have to pay the price. As simple as that. There was no discrimination is what you're trying to say.
Right. And they would find themselves caught in problem. Because the Western people, they're not afraid of nudity, they're not afraid of expressing anger or whatever.
Correct.
So it was not meant for Indians. Even I wasn't given therapy. I asked one time to Bhagwan, you give everybody therapy, what about me?
You don't need.
He said, Sheela, you work. Work is your worship. Okay. I got my answer. And I did.
Rightfully so.
I worked.
His personal secretary moved from Bombay to Pune, and you were working with her initially.
Yeah.
And then now, the real part, which is, now I sense through all the content which is there on the internet that even Pune became suffocating because you're becoming larger than life.
Yeah.
And
it was
whose decision it was and whose courage it was to say, let's take 7,000 people to some other country.
Bhagwan wanted to move because there wasn't enough space.
Why not some other place in India? Why not some other bigger place in India?
We did. We looked for 4 or 5 years. We went to Baroda Palace, we went there. Every time you choose to buy something, the price tripled. You are ready to pay triple price, it goes sky high. Then one day I get fed up of this situation.
You were leading this?
I was with Lakshmi. It was Lakshmi who had to find a place, and I was Lakshmi's assistant.
Right.
So I was with Lakshmi. And it happened, we finally go to finish a deal in Kutch.
Okay.
With Kutch Palace. And they ask certain amount of money, we agree. The next day, double the price. And it happened so often. Then Bhagwan said to Lakshmi, sit in Delhi. I came back to Pune, and Bhagwan said, Lakshmi has to sit till she clears up this investigation they were doing against Rajneesh Ashram and all that. The details, don't ask me.
Yes. No, we are not going there. These details are available.
Yeah, so, irrelevant also.
Yes.
It was Morarji Desai's agenda to attack Bhagwan with it. So she should, and during this moment, I said to Bhagwan one day, why don't we go to US? Constitution will protect us. But I was stupid to think that Constitution, naive.
You were 31 or 32?
No, younger. I was at that time
24, 25.
And Bhagwan said, okay, Sheela, you arrange. And you won't believe I managed it. I moved, he said, and you have to move me out of here in 3 months. And I said, 3 months? Okay.
He gave you full power to do the deal, buy everything. How do you find this rural place?
By the time we arrived in New Jersey, where first place I had taken Bhagwan.
Okay.
He had given me 6 or 8 weeks, which next day became less, next day became even less, and then was only 1 week.
You know, if in a normal scenario, if any other leader or a boss would do this to their people, will start complaining and calling him, there is no work-life balance. You have hands-off approach. You don't know people management. You are pressurizing us. How can we work so much?
It was good that I didn't know any
all of this. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. Otherwise,
you didn't know manage.
And then what happens?
Ignorance is
I
bliss.
found the land. We are negotiating the land.
Yeah. In a non-digital way.
In a hotel room like this, sitting small. Haggling on price because it wasn't cheap land either. And I have to... Today is the last 7th day.
And you could not go back to him saying it'll take more time.
No, wait. 6 o'clock in the evening, I get a telephone from Bhagwan's nurse, the caretaker of Bhagwan. And she says only one sentence.
What was that?
He knew you could not do it.
Oh my God, this is hurting the
This
ego
was
now
a
of a performer.
taskmaster. I could not do it. He told me, and I say I can move mountains if he supports my back.
Yeah.
And I moved mountains. I did it. I afterwards took a flight and came and
How did you
felt-
get this confidence to negotiate such a big deal?
My one brother helped me negotiate, and
You learned on the job.
Learn on the job, yeah. My brother said, "Don't you talk stupid. Don't talk about art and love."
Do the business here. Focus. And then you cracked the deal. You
Yeah.
zeroed down on Oregon.
Yeah, we did. Then, yeah. So it went, and then next day I came and I touched Bhagwan's feet.
8th day.
I fell into his feet. Yeah, that it happened as he wanted me to do it. Thereafter, I have to send my first $50,000 to
$50,000.
Yeah, to the owner of this land as a goodwill and pre-contract.
Yeah.
That's all I had in bank when I took Bhagwan from India out to hold me over till I collect more money, donations and things.
Yeah.
Bhagwan then takes my arm and says, "Sheela, come." He takes me to our driveway of the castle, and says, "I bought this for me yesterday."
The new rose from...
Yeah, Cornish convertible. And I told, he was so proud, and he told the
That was
dealer-
his first one.
No, that was
Okay.
third one or second, third one. He says to the dealer, "Sheela will come tomorrow and pay you." I go like this. This is
Work
his
challenges.
Yes.
Work challenges.
And then he shows me a red Mercedes he bought. "And this is for you, Sheela."
Yeah.
And you should have seen the joy on his face.
Gifting it to you.
And as money needed, somehow it arrived and we moved forward.
But we are talking about a very serious big money here, because when I am amazed to see the timelines, because whatever you are telling me, it all just happened in few years. We are just talking about like on a higher side 2 decades, especially the Oregon. When you were in Oregon, then you started and
constructing, and we did it very.
I'm really talking to a woman who was listed next to Indira Gandhi as top 5 most powerful women in the world, and for a reason. You went ahead, you went to America, you removed their board and said, "This is Rajneeshpuram." Wow.
Thank you for enjoying with me.
The women world over need to take your energy.
It was, I cannot do it again. I cannot. It was one of a kind, one situation only in life.
Again, a very crude question. Sorry for asking. But I understand that all the therapies that we were doing in Pune Ashram, which was again helping people, and people were happy to pay. You never put a gun on somebody's head and said pay. Voluntarily, they needed those services, you provided those services, and there was a payment. But it was so much of money that then the last number was 95 Rolls Royce?
96.
96?
Before I left. And
There was so much of money?
Yeah.
From all over the world? You remember any big donation or somebody just saying, take my money? What was happening? We have seen people going mad.
There have been some large donation, but our festivals produce money. We were becoming self-sufficient with farming and this and that. We had a very creative and competent group of people.
Yeah.
I was managing a stupid woman. That's how they felt about me.
They were business leaders, right? They could create revenue out of everything.
Yeah.
You're talking about finest of business leaders.
Yeah. We had hotels, we had shopping mall, we had
in
restaurants.
Just 5 years, you did all of it.
Yeah. And all these service ideas were mine. They were not Lakshmi's. They were not other people. I found the housewife type women in community.
You call them moms, I believe?
Yeah, genau.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of it on common sense.
Sheela, now that we are in Oregon, and from a work point of view, I can see now the operations have gone all up. There are also news reports that Bhagwan would sit and do press briefings where American journalists would come in their own choppers, and you had to make arrangements for 100 jets, private jets landed. And what was that all intensity? What were they trying to ask him?
The problem was they used land use laws to disturb our progress. Land use laws. They weren't giving us permits to construct new housing and stuff for our people. And we had ample of land because our land was as big as Manhattan. It was 63,000 acre land.
And only a population of 7,000 when you moved.
Right. And they were causing problems. Then one of our sannyasin, who was a political science major, he said, why don't we create a city of our own? Then we write the permits and not the county writes the permit. So I said, okay, we will ask Bhagwan today.
Yeah.
And so I went and I told Bhagwan, he gave me the name already. He says, call it a Rajneeshpuram. That's a good idea, Sheela. Then 19 miles away from Rajneeshpuram, there was a city called Antelope, which is not a city, it was a village of maybe 40 houses or something. And most of the people have moved away. It was a ghost town.
Yeah. Okay.
And for us, that ghost town was interesting because our people travel from Europe to Portland.
Yeah.
They take a bus or a flight from Portland to Rajneeshpuram. And that's a good place to stop for coffee, tea. Yeah, before ending their trip. So, and most of the houses were for sale.
Yeah.
So we said, Bhagwan said, buy it off. So we started buying those houses.
So for this large an operation, in any standard or any simple office or a business, you would have financial experts, CFOs.
Bhagwan's crowd was elite,
Mm-hmm.
intellectual elite, well educated.
You mean this was also the crowd and hippies were also the crowd?
But hippies were later on became yippies because of their professional knowledge.
Oh, okay.
The hippies came because they weren't satisfied with their lifestyle.
Correct.
Hippies then got reformed near Bhagwan or recognized that they need to earn money again.
Correct.
They went back to their profession and became yippies. It is how it was.
So the structure was that all the instructions from Bhagwan are coming to you.
And I would bring it to Bhagwan and he can choose what's his.
And then you had different departments being led by these
different people.
Intellectual people who were who came with that experience to lead it.
Right. They were highly educated. I was the only one who was not highly educated. I had no degree. I would not let them stamp me that I'm intelligent or something like that, So, to me, I'm an artist.
Help me understand that.
I was studying fine arts, ceramic.
Yes.
Was my major. Ceramic and painting was my major.
Yeah. Correct. But I think you, from a business point of view, how we see this as that the leader of a team, who we would go and call a CXO or a CEO is actually an artist because his job is to bring people to the center of the goal of the organization. So I think you became that.
I had the complete power, so Bhagwan doesn't get disturbed. And he did not make himself available to everybody.
Including his family.
He did not make available himself even to his family, nor his all sannyasins. He had a regimented schedule. He gets up, goes, has a satsang or a discourse for 2 hours, then comes back. So Bhagwan was surrounded by highly educated bunch of people. 80% people had a bachelor in...
80%?
Yeah.
Which is very high. They were educated.
Very high. And in 70s, this is... Also, we had 20% people with PhD and master degrees, and so we had a very high rating.
Would you know what was the percentage of Indians in this cloud?
There weren't many Indians for 2 reasons. Immigration problem. Yeah. And there were few selected ones got married or something, what they do to get their...
to shift.
Yeah. Who could manage, they were taken. And in the consideration of the education, we had never done Indian status in it. This was also done by people, statistics, who were educated in statistics and what they found most and what Bhagwan wanted to know at that time. Then it was done. Among us was one political science master's degree person says, why don't we create our own city? And that's how Rajneeshpuram was created. And then the city of Antelope was already
absorbed,
ghost town. So we bought. The party was the ruling party in Oregon at that time. And they did not want Christian Belt to be taken over by
the orange people
or red people or Red Hill or whatever they call it. No? So these people were against us. We used our intelligence and our knowledge, academic knowledge, etc., and created. And it became a media event. Because I was told by Bhagwan you are not strong enough. I'm not talking strongly. He wants me to be outrageous in my approach with media. I'm not outrageous. And he wanted me to be a fireball.
I see a lot of you from the beginning simply following instructions.
Only.
And you are brilliant in execution is what I can say. What all promoters want their CEOs to be. Most. Though they say that the CEO should have their own brain, but most promoters, I see that kind of a hierarchy here, that there is somebody who had the seed idea, thought, created everything. And then he got the best CEO, the best person to go and execute things.
Right.
Were you using your own mind? Sorry, were you using your own mind to do things, or it was straight instruction from him for whatever you did?
It was his instructions, his guidance, and then presentation, how I present it.
That's you.
That's me. He would watch my video appearances.
Okay. And then coach you.
Coach me. He said, once he explained to me why I need to be outrageous. Because that will bring more media. And media is expensive. You can't pay what they offer us the time with money, because advertisement is expensive.
Of course.
And that makes sense. One time I did, I don't know, Ted Koppel. He was a big time ABC moderator, news moderator.
Journalist,
I did with the local politician, a show with him. And I used word or something, I don't know what anymore.
Then?
He cut me off. But he brought 45 new media person for interview next day.
Somebody will put that out, so he got the whole gang with you, so that this leads to. There is somebody, that's exactly what happened to Princess Diana, you know that?
No, I don't, but
I see things.
And I of course, such information I give Bhagwan.
But
And
Ma,
then,
help me understand this all. There is also a report that Bhagwan went into silent spirit and then he put you as the spokesperson. So when you were the spokesperson, he was in silence. So I'm trying to understand, was he still communicating with you?
Bhagwan was never in complete silence.
Okay.
I was his spokesperson. When we decided that we're going to move out of the Pune, meaning going to US.
Correct.
Because didn't want to create controversy. When he speaks, controversy is automatic.
Yeah.
So to make it easier on me to plan, he did not speak. But he spoke all the time with few selected people.
Yeah. How the show is running otherwise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to.
Yeah.
And he then started when finances we needed to build something or so. Then he said he will start speaking again, then people will come more. And that's the strategy.
This makes sense to me completely.
Yeah.
When he was, and it also kind of builds more curiosity when he says that I am in silent spirit, but he has to do the work. What was his passion with cars?
He wanted...
He would go out in silent spirit, which was so-called silent spirit for the public.
Okay. I was the one who introduced Rolls-Royce to him. He even bought 2 Rolls-Royce in India in 70s for him.
Why? He loves cars.
No, I didn't know he loves cars.
Then?
It was just the expression of love that Bhagwan should have the best.
But we were using the Ashram money to gift him that.
So what?
That is also unbiased, so fair enough. Like...
He's creating the money.
He's creating, okay.
That's his money.
The perks of being the leader.
Leader, right.
All the perks that otherwise a business CEO would get is something that you thought that he can also.
Yeah, this idea of business is getting...
Correct.
It should be for all purpose.
Correct.
Not just the chefs or the so get a lot of money. Everyone has to get the share, but you need leader who guides so many people.
Correct.
Takes full responsibility of it. What's your problem?
No, makes sense. Absolutely.
No, this is my logic.
Absolutely.
And I got the things for him from a woman's heart.
Yeah. That I can completely see. And that's how he started learning. He learned
these
how to
material
drive,
things,
and then he started. Okay. What was the logic behind, or what was the thing behind? Just curiosity that he used to just move in silent spirit in his Rolls Royce, take a stroll, drive, and come back.
No, he wanted.
Fresh
He
air.
was so much isolated in Pune days.
Yeah.
And Bombay days.
Yeah.
There was no place he could go out, or even in our own garden he could not sit because
people will come.
People climb the wall and come in and disturb him. So he was there going for a drive-by, just a pleasure drive.
Just for fresh air. And
yeah.
But he did it in style.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
And this is something this backward region
They didn't like.
of fossil. It's called fossil. I used to call them fossil. But then there is a village next to Antelope, few kilometers down or a few miles down, fossil, and they found fossils in the stones.
That ancient, you mean?
Yeah, their brains are somewhere.
I get it.
So he was enjoying his life after 30 years of hard work. Nobody should have grievances.
What did you learn from 3-4 things from his entire life? You are one person who has lived, experienced, not even his family, the Bhagwan the most, 3 to 4 years every single day.
Right.
3-4 top learnings.
Don't be afraid. Sheela, go for what you want to have your focus. I'm not lazy. Don't worry about spirituality. When I learned the right way to respond to situation, letters, messages, and I did not filter them. Because I know how important his message for me is. I cannot take it away from his people.
Sure. That's integrity.
Right. And jealousy.
Whose jealousy?
I was close to Bhagwan, somebody else comes close to Bhagwan, one can become jealous.
Yeah.
And there was the first thing he had told me when he made me his personal secretary. Sheela, I put you in the place of world envy.
Wow. Yes.
Don't fall for the trap. And I use that even today, this trap, it's permanently closed.
And about love?
That's not a trap.
Oh, of course not. No. What did you learn about love from him?
Just love him. Love him eternally. If that eternal exists, just love him.
I don't want to go deeper into anything to do with what happened thereafter. That those reports are everywhere. I think personally that the Wild Wild Country Netflix series, that is one of the most widely and wildly watched series ever, that gave so much of spotlight on you. You know why? Because, and I'm taking back to what I was trying to say in the beginning, and then I stopped myself because I wanted my audiences also to experience you before I give my opinion, and this is an opinion about you. There is a narrative which is getting built, and I'm using the word narrative because now Sheela, everybody, so many people. Sheela is this, Sheela did this, tick. And then Sheela appears on the screen. And you're so powerful. I want to say this on your face. You're powerful not because you are powerful, because you're a beautiful human being with so much of love inside of you. We just reached millions of people who saw that series. Because the moment you started talking, we knew this is a loving person sitting here. We knew this person simply loved, followed instructions, and did it to the T. And in this edit, I am going to show Bhagwan himself saying this in one of the discourses. That Sheela was appointed for this role because I wanted Sheela. Sheela is good at taking instructions and executing.
My reason of choosing her was totally different. She had a very practical mind, very pragmatic. She was intelligent. And thirdly, because she has no idea of my total vision, just necessary instructions she could repeat like a parrot. And I needed a parrot.
Okay.
In today's world, every business leader is looking for that kind of a CEO who can understand the vision of the organization and lead it. And then there are things that happen. There are regulations that change, so many things that can happen, and you were also a part of something that happened. Don't want to go that route at all with you. Having said that, one thing that is coming from the deepest level of my heart, which I want to put to you before I go on to our very standard viewers' wanted questions, let's say.
Okay.
The last thing would be, you have lived an amazing life. What is left?
And I continue to live it amazing.
Yeah, of course.
And that is left. Whatever is left, I must come to finishing line.
What is finishing line?
I don't know. But reach finishing line with grace.
You're nothing but grace. I want to say this to you. When I fell in love with you, when I was watching, all this thing never existed. And one very strong desire, the way you were saying, came in my heart, that everybody started researching about you. Who's this woman? The way she's talking, the way her thoughts are. There's only love. We can clearly see that everything was an instruction to you. And that is what I was telling you yesterday also when we met. That in Bhagavad Gita, there is Krishna. In your life, that is Osho. Hardcore Osho lovers would know that Osho was called Bhagwan for a reason. You can be mesmerized by him anytime. You just have to listen to him for 10 minutes. That's it.
That's it.
But the Krishna needed Arjuna. And in this conversation, I want to say, he executed whatever he executed through you.
So is that. Absolutely.
One line from your book for our audiences on live your life on your own terms, please.
The title itself is a line, don't compromise. Live by your own rules.
How do we build this confidence? Please give some input what Osho gave you.
The compromises come because we deal life with wishes.
Mm-hmm.
When you come above wish, then you don't have to compromise.
So profound.
That is how I feel and live. If I want something, then I have to bargain, trade. I have to sell my soul. No, I'm not ready for it. I live by myself.
That's what is Sheela Ma all about. Thank you, Sheela Ma.
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Yeah.
I love your zeal. I love your energy. And I think everybody who's going to be watching it, they simply love you. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to the PVT Show podcast. I am your host, Poonamvijaythakkar. On this show, I bring to you conversations with leading authors and top leaders who energize the mind, challenge the norms, and awaken a purpose. It's all about conscious growth with one powerful book and one powerful story at a time.